This is a fun fight. It's really interesting for me when it gets into the clinch, because they're very different fighters with very different skill sets, but those skill sets complement each other like Lego pieces for me. Like Jessica Andrade, she likes a body lock, she likes to level change, she's got big power, she likes to lift and slam. Valentina Shevchenko, she likes an overhook, she likes to hang on her opponent, she likes to trip and reap and hip throw. And, when it hits the floor, I expect the technical abilities of Shevchenko to counter the physical power that Andrade brings to the table. What are my questions for this one? Okay. Eric, Andrade is fairly well-rounded little powerhouse. Yes, she is. Is her ground and pound the best chance to beat Shevchenko, and does she need to be aggressive and push the pace early on? I think the fight will be hers to push. I don't think Shevchenko is going to go out there and really try and pick a fight. I think she's going to want to counter and be reactive and fight like a champion into the later rounds and beat her opponent kind of comprehensively. So I think it is on Andrade to pressure, but I also think she needs to be cautious that she's not pressuring too recklessly, because Shevchenko is a sniper and she can pick her off consistently, and the more she lands clean without getting hit, the more Andrade is going to get frustrated with that. And then a little follow on, if Andrade were to win, would you rank it up there with among the biggest UFC upsets? I mean, I don't know what the betting odds are, to be honest. I'll have a look closer to the fight, but I mean, it's certainly up there. But at the same time, I suppose it's as big as upset as Ngannou beating Stipe. I suppose it's not quite as big of upset as Matt Serra knocking out GSP, for example. Like it's somewhere up there, but at the same time, like Andrade is, she's a firecracker, and what we saw her do to Chikagian and what we've seen her do to previous fights in the past, she's always got that X factor, the power that she brings to the table in this division and in any division that she's in. Even at bantamweight, she was picking Raquel Pennington up and slamming her. She's a serious individual. So it would be an upset, absolutely. And I think people would be surprised to see Shevchenko get beaten, but I think if it happened, the nature in which she would get beaten would be so explosive and violent that people would go, oh, okay, well, if it was going to happen, that was the way. So anyway, Jimmy, if Shevchenko wins, where does she go from there? Should she call out Nunes, considering a lot of people, including myself, think she won the second fight? I mean, I would like to see her face Nunes again. I mean, if she wins here, then she'll be able to go up and face Nunes for the bantamweight champion and maybe become a champ. That's got to be her goal. With her being so comprehensively comfortable I keep using that word, comprehensive. With her being so comfortable at the top of the flyweight division, I think she might be looking for more challenges outside of her division at this stage. I'm just pulling up the rankings so I can have a quick look. I should have had this prepared. Okay. I mean, you look underneath her and you've got Chikagian, who she's already beaten, Andrade, who's on her way. Underneath that is Lauren Murphy, and I mean, definitely Lauren Murphy has earned her shot. Cynthia Calvillo's on the rise as well. The only question around Lauren Murphy is, is it someone that Andrade would want to fight? I think she would rather face Zhang Weili either at her weight class in a title defense or maybe at a catch weight. But then the Amanda Nunes fight, you can definitely make an argument for that second fight, and I think that would be an interesting rematch. I think I've got one more. Will Valentina use speed or targeted power to quell Andrade's aggression, or will Jessica Andrade use a more paced approach? Well, I hope both, because Dank, I hope, or is it Dan K? It might be Dan K, but we'll call you Dank. I'm hoping both, because if it's both, then we're seeing a more paced approach from Andrade, which is necessary to make her game more effective at the higher level. And if we see Valentina use speed and targeted power, I think that's going to give Andrade all kinds of problems that she's got to figure out if she wants to become a champion. Shevchenko is fast. She has got very accurate striking. And I think that, she, like I was saying, she can make Andrade pay by crashing forward recklessly and walking onto stuff. She's got good elbows as well. I mean, you can see her cracking Andrade with elbows on the way in. But the targeted power is going to be the key, because she's going to be borrowing power from Andrade as well. So reading the movements of her opponent is going to be key, in which case she's got to manage the movements of her opponent and keep her at a distance where she's not going to swarm her and start clubbing her with wild punches to the head and body. I think that's everything. I think I've covered. Yeah, that's all of them. Another fun fight. A bit strange that it's below the strawweight title. I'm not exactly sure why that works. Usually it goes in weight class order. But interesting. Clearly they feel like the Weili Namajunas fight is more interesting and more marketable, perhaps. But we shall see. Lots of interesting fights coming up, and these two are definitely them. If you've not watched the other episodes, I've just done the Zhang Weili Namajunas one, and I am just about to do Masvidal Usman right now. So check those episodes out if you haven't already, and enjoy the fights.